LaMelo Ball, MB1, the one of one. He was visibly upset, in the huddles while the Charlotte Hornets was pretty much going to battle with the Brooklyn Nets. That game was going down to the wire. It could have been decided by a snippet of anything, to be honest with you. That's how close this game was. LaMelo Ball was benched, ladies and gentlemen, and it has sent shockwaves throughout the world. You understand? And this is very crazy because Charles Lee, I'm ready to bring it to his footstep, ladies and gentlemen. It's Flight Sports. Mr. Charles Lee is in a world of trouble, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think he knows what he just did. He's lying to the public. He's lying to the Charlotte Hornets fan base. He's lying to LaMelo Ball fans everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, he's making it seem like it is about the feet in the hot hand. We discussed that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's bigger than that. This may have been the first domino in the situation with LaMelo Ball possibly leaving the Charlotte Hornets. I can't believe we even visited that. I thought that wasn't even coming up, but it seemed like the Hornets are waging war on LaMelo. They want to put this on Melo. You understand? They want to put this losing on Melo. They discussing shot selections, this and that. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hornets are an injury-riddled basketball team, y'all. They have no center. Did you see the 5 position? Like, they going to send – I was just talking this with my man, All Access. They going to send Taj Gibson into retirement. You understand? They had to sit Taj Gibson down. They had Taj Gibson playing like he was back in his prime. At the center position, Taj Gibson was a 4. You understand? They got Taj Gibson down there banging like he back in his prime. So there's a lot going on here, to why the Hornets aren't where they should be or want to be. And I don't think it's a state of emergency. Now, you have another sector of people that feels like this is Charles Lee coaching. He's going to get LaMelo Ball to do this. Listen, I very well believe that Charles Lee has almost sealed his fate. When Charles was originally hired, LaMelo came out and said, my guy Charles, my man Charles, he was embracing this move of Charles Lee. It seemed like Charles was doing all of his due diligence in coming here. How do we know that this is not going to continue? There's no reason. LaMelo Ball is the king of the fourth quarter. If LaMelo could get hot at any second. Now, Charles, if you want to, this is wrong. There's no way to slice or dice it. But if we were moving in the direction what Charles is saying, it wouldn't make sense in a game that's really going tit for tat, going for a point here, a point there. I could see you down 20, down 15, and they making a run. It wasn't like that, and I don't even see that. You understand? You still put Melo in the game, but I'm just trying to go off the notion of what Charles is spewing to the public. You understand? It was completely uncalled for. And I believe this is coming from upstairs. They were supposed to lose that game to the Brooklyn Nets. They win that game against Brooklyn, that hurts them down the long run. I believe they have officially ended the Cooper Flagg sweepstakes, and they will sit LaMelo Ball down. They will make this thing ugly. I believe that they see the writing on the wall. You got to understand what the media has been doing. Now, you haven't heard the Hornets saying this, but behind the scenes, we hear the tidbits. Let's build around Brandon Miller. This team should be going around Brandon. They should be building around Brandon Miller. LaMelo needs to take a back seat. These are all the things that the media was prepping the public for before this season started. You understand? Now, LaMelo came on and seized control of the franchise, and now it's like they don't know what's happening. And Melo is 100% healthy. You understand? So you have all of this stuff going on. Mind you, you got the Cooper Flagg draft right on the horizon. So you got a lot happening right now, and I can't believe that the Hornets are showing their dirty hand You understand that? We will be going live on this, so make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. I can't believe they're showing their dirty hand, y'all. In entering this Cooper Flagg sweepstakes. This is disgusting. That they went out to lose. Charles Lee played that game to lose. Now you're the head coach of this team. Charles Lee is season control of this franchise. So you have now you got a power struggle going on with your best player on the team. And like I went back to what you heard, all the tidbits before the season started. You don't think they could see getting a haul for Lamelo Ball? You understand, with this impending draft? How do you know that Charles wasn't brought into to make things up, to mix it up and ruffle the feathers? We don't know if Charles was brought in here as an agent. You understand? And the agent to make things messy with Lamelo. You understand? And get him shipped out and get him traded or axed out. Because Lamelo was playing at a supreme superstar level. Listen, it's not like he was coasting. Lamelo was playing at a supreme superstar level. Now, if he's a little slow this fourth quarter, after he done had a whole bunch of epic fourth quarters, seriously, the king of the fourth, y'all, I repeat. So who cares if he's a little slow this fourth quarter? That means you pull him out the game. No, I think that's a complete tragedy. And Charles Lee will pay for this. All of the coaches who have mishandled the Ball brothers, they've all paid for it. Even going down to Mr. Camp in the G League. So this is just crazy. Miles Bridges, you give Miles credit because he stood by LaMelo Ball through this. Because LaMelo stood by him through everything. Miles went through all these trials and tribulations. Who was there for Miles? LaMelo. LaMelo was the reason why Miles is still a Charlotte Hornet. You understand? And while the huddle was going on, Miles Bridges got up and was consoling LaMelo, and they had a little bit of words on the side. LaMelo put his hand over his mouth and started talking. Lord knows what he was saying. You understand? So this very well could be the first domino in LaMelo Ball's exit of the Charlotte Hornets. And it's going to be, I'm going to blame all of them. Peterson, I'm going to blame Coach Charles Lee. I'm going to blame everybody for the situation of Charlotte, if they was to move in that direction. And it would just be dirty because it seems like LaMelo doesn't want to leave Charlotte. This is what I want to see. You don't see Melo talking or flirting with the idea of leaving. You understand? So I believe Charles is just trying to make things a little ugly. Let's muggy it up a little bit. You understand? Muggy the waters. So now see what happens. See what Melo start doing now so they can move him. Because that could be the inevitable plan. But we shall see. It's Flight Sports TV, y'all. Make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button. We're going to be on top of this, y'all. Pause. You already know what it is. And LaMelo Ball, speaking of pause, don't forget those comments LaMelo Ball made. Don't think that don't have something to do with this. I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to be going live. It's Flight Sports TV.